You know, when we saw this meteor explode over Russia, I was going, oh, boy, because immediately there were people who got on board. Hey, we have to have weapons in space. We have to, you know. So, and Werner von Braun had predicted that first would be the Cold War, then there'd be global terrorism, then there'd be threats from space from asteroids and meteors, and then they would pop the alien threat hoax, and that they would hoax an alien threat. And, in fact, one of the men on my team had been on an interagency panel in 1974. Now, this is almost 40 years ago, where they were planning how to use man-made flying saucers. So we've had anti-gravity devices since the 50s, fully operational, and to do some things that would hoax what would look like an ET attack when it wasn't. And when he learned of this, he was so appalled. And another man who's a colonel who had been involved in the early days of the Star Wars SDI initiative had met with both Carter and Reagan trying to convince them to put, you know, billions of dollars into these weapons in space. He said that was one of the cards they did play, was that there'd be a threat from outer space, or is one, and we need to have weapons that we can fight them with. And to which I just think it's the most ridiculous idea I've ever heard. Of course, even nuclear weapons, it was mutual assured destruction. If you're dealing with technologies that are faster than the speed of light, forget about it. You know, it's going to be 0.1 nanosecond, and then the Earth would be a pink mist floating through space. I mean, but it's a fantasy that the military-industrial complex, we know, is going to try to foist onto, unfortunately, a gullible public. And we have to be there saying, let's not, it's like that old song, let's not, we won't be fooled again. I forget it was the Who.